What? $7.56. $7.55. I mean.
Hello, Sonny. Welcome. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome to this amazing event. We got some information in store for you. We got some information in store for you this evening. Tonight at 8 o'clock and 1 minute from now, I'm going to introduce you to a multimillionaire, my personal coach that has been really teaching me how to make residual income within the beauty industry and how to be able to have life more abundantly. And when you're not behind the chair, servicing your clients, that you still can make income in the beauty industry. Hope he's going to be joining us tonight at 8 o'clock. And it is none other than John Amico Sr. himself, the founder of John Amico Professional Hair Care Products. John Amico Products has been around since 1962, and for over 25 years now, he has truly been leading the industry beauty professionals to having more financial abundance within the beauty industry. What do you mean, Tyra? What do you mean by that? We're so used to making income when we service our clients, but are we in the possibilities of making income when we're not behind the chair? So much, and these are just some of the questions that we're going to be asking John Sr. tonight. He'll be joining us shortly. But until then, come on in, click like and click share, and make sure you tag and you share this with a beauty industry expert that you know, your hairstylist, your barber. If you're looking for products that are healthier, if you're wanting more products to make more income in your business, imagine when April of last year hit, we was in a pandemic shutdown. All around the world, the salons and barbershops were closed. And this affected everybody, it, especially the beauty industry, because we have been so used to servicing our customers when they leave our salons. So we want to actually be able to definitely have products and have healthier products. With this opportunity that you're going to hear about tonight, you're going to meet my mentor who's taught me a lot of things in the beauty industry. And I'm so grateful to be able to have him as my mentor, my upline. Because he has really done some amazing things within the beauty industry. And over the course of the past couple of years, he's going to bring some information to the table that you can ask John Amico himself, Senior, about maybe why your product has been around for so long, but you have not heard of them. Ask these questions to him, to the man himself. You're going to have that opportunity, but you're also going to have the opportunity to hear from other licensed beauty professionals that's a part of the beauty industry expert team and that's using these amazing products. So my story is this. I've been in the beauty industry for 30 years and I've owned 3 hair salons within the beauty industry for my whole entire career. But something happened to me in my life. In 2005, my mother died of cancer in my hands. And so therefore, I was left right here in DC. I was ready for change. I was ready for something different. I needed a power surge, if you will, to jumpstart my career. And it was then that I left Washington D.C. and went to Las Vegas. Didn't know only knew one person in Las Vegas. And I tell you something, I had no clientele at all, none. So imagine going from owning your own salon, making a certain amount of money, and then you go back to the totem pole of going to 50-50 commission. So you start all over again. But that's okay. Do something different to get some different results. So I tell you what, I did. I made some flyers and I went to work. You hear me? I went to work. I was on 50-50 for 1 week when I first got to Las Vegas. And after that 1 week was done, I was renting my station at the salon and have not gone back. So fast forward, was in Las Vegas for 11 years. Came back here unexpectedly to come back home to Washington, D.C. And when I got back here, I wanted to see my nana. And she says, come on, won't you come back home? Won't you come back home? I said, okay. But it was this time, when your grandparents or your parents tell you something, but it's a tone of voice. It's something in a tone of voice that you really, really, it pierces your spirit. And it did. So she said, I need you to come home. And when I came home, I just came with just a little simple bag. I didn't come to stay in D.C., but here we are still in 2021. I'm still back here in Washington, D.C. And it was then that I was on my knees looking and praying for an opportunity like this. And so I did some research. I'm a researcher. Did some research about some amazing products, about to open up my own franchise, and manufacturers sent me some products, and it was a gel. I mean, it was just a regular gel. When I think about this, I get excited all over again, because this was the birth of the resurge for my career in the beauty industry. Because remember, I've been in Vegas for 11 years, and I came back to DC unsight unseen, without having the knowledge that I was going to be here till now. So starting all over again. But I tell you something, I wouldn't change nothing in my journey at all. So it was that at that moment that my grandmother had died, and I needed some product, and I got on my knees, and it was one of those prayers that you really, really, you're on your knees and you're crying, 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 and you're praying for something, that God would send something to be able to help you in your business. And I tell you something, I found one of the best products that was delivered at, literally, when God answers doors, answer prayers, he answers, and it showed up right at my door. And I got a product from the John Amico Professional Haircare Company, and it was a gel, like I said earlier. And you really can't get excited about a gel, but this particular gel I did. I got so excited about this gel, ladies and gentlemen, that I got the bottle, and I looked on the bottle, and I looked at it, and I went to the website, and I saw some of I call them our founding educators. You see, so this company has been around since 1962. But 25 years ago, my mentor, John Amico Sr., had the vision that things was going in a taking a different turn within the beauty industry. So he had the foresight to do something different, to get some different results. And so what he did was he made his products available to us as licensed beauty hairstylists and licensed beauty barbers, so that we can make residual income, so that we can make generational wealth. So here's the questions I want to ask you. The products that are on your station right at this second, are those products positioned for you to make income while you are asleep? First question. Second question, are those products on your station right now, can they give you opportunity to make income when your lights and your salon doors are closed once you leave your salon during the course of the day? That's a question that we really, really need as licensed beauty experts, to really take our business to an upper echelon way of doing business within the beauty industry. And so when I looked at the website, I saw I found the educators Lynn, and I saw Johnny Z, and I saw Sandy Seeley, and I saw all these Katie, and all these licensed stylists that's been in the beauty industry 10, 15, 20, 25 plus some years. And they said, I've made residual income. What do you mean? Wait, hold, wait a minute. You made residual income within the beauty industry? How? I've never heard of this. Been in the industry for 30 years. I've never heard of this. So definitely it was something that I'm super glad that we are super glad that you're here. What you're going to find out today, you're going to be able to ask and meet. It is a pleasure. It is a plum pleasing pleasure, as Les Brown says, to bring to the stage my mentor, my coach, my personal mentor and coach. And his man has taught me so much about making income in the beauty industry, and then be able to take my income my monthly check. And I'm going to be very, very transparent tonight. I'm going to just be very, very transparent tonight. I'm going to tell my own personal story about this amazing opportunity. So came in it, and I went to work, and I have been going for 2 years, going on 3 years now, nonstop. And it's so important that we as licensed beauty professionals to be able to make more income in this industry, especially at the time as such as we're in right this second, during the middle of a pandemic. But guess what? If you were a John Amico Professional Hair Care member, you was getting monthly checks that was sent to your home through the mail. If you were a John Amico member, you was getting checks like this. I'm gonna show you my checks. I'm gonna show you my checks. So I'm gonna be very, very transparent. These are checks, ladies and gentlemen. As you see, it says John Amico. Can you see that? These are checks. One, and I just bought three. And again, I've been in this business for almost in this company for almost 3 years. Here's another check. So I'm showing you proof that income that I've made in this company, in this industry, I was not behind the chair. But you may be behind the chair, and you may have a ton of boatload of clients. So here's a question. Here's another question for you. Are your clients buying products from you? Or are they buying products from the local beauty supply stores on the corner? Question. In addition to that, are they buying products from the drugstores, the grocery stores? You are the licensed beauty professional. After tonight, we're gonna upgrade you from being a professional to an expert. Cause see, I think about an expert. I think about my mentor, my coach, John Amico Sr., as he was able to position himself to become an expert to make income while he's sleeping. And the best thing about this is, and here's my second check. They still keep coming, and this stains and all, they still keep coming. And then the best thing about that is, we at John Amico Professional Hair Care Products, we have a way to make our money grow unexpectedly, phenomenal way. And we have a program that we want you to know about. And that's why John Sr. wanted to come on, and I asked him to come on to let people know who you are. Let them know how good these products are for you and for your guests that come into your salon. When I used these products, it was by a young lady. I went to Chicago, the headquarters, and Johnny Miko Jr., call him Johnny. He says, I said, Johnny, I'm going to be here for a whole week. And so Johnny thought I was going to be there for 2 days. I said, I'm going to be here for a whole week. He goes, are you serious? I said, yes, I'm going to be here for a whole week. So that whole week, Johnny got on the phone, and Johnny lined it up. And I got some of the best education I ever had within this industry. I'm international educated, and I've been educated in Japan. I lived in Japan for 4 months, learning how to do haircuts. I worked with doctors, trichologists, hair loss practitioners. So this team right here is a team that helps you to take your business to another upper echelon way to make income, to get higher education. Matter of fact, a couple of months ago, it was about 11 of our team members. We all flew up to Chicago, and we got some amazing education. We got some color certification classes. We got some keratin certification classes. And we got also within this team, some of our team members they just finished up their certified hair loss specialist program. They also just got finished their hair loss specialist certification program, and now they are in the hair trichology programming. So for hair loss, so we have some of the best education within the beauty industry, and we have some of the best products to back us all up. And what really made me throw everything away was I used a relaxer. And I used a permanent color in this line. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you something. When I got back to DC, I threw everything in the garbage because it was this product right here. This is the developer. And we're going to have John Sr. explain and expound why this developer is so amazing. So I used this, I did a relaxer on a young lady's hair. I did her color. And then when as we did relaxer, we mixed some of this developers. We mixed a gentle deposit developer. And look at this, lady. I wish you guys could smell this. because this actually smells delightful. It smells so good. It smells like pina colada, and it's clear. You can't drink it. It's for your hair, so don't try this at home. Only if you're in the licensed salon, try this. And in your salon, try this. But when you try this, we want you to mix it with your permanent color. You see, our permanent color line has no resorcinol. It has no ammonia, and it has no PPD. It's an argon base. It has shea butter in it. I'm gonna tell you something. It is one of the best permanent color lines I've ever tried in my whole entire career of 30 years. And I have used some of the best colors. Of course, L'Oreal, Schwarzkopf, you name it. I've used it, Pravana. I've used them all. And nothing can touch this color line whatsoever. When you mix the color line, our developer and our permanent color, there is no odor. So you as a licensed beauty expert is now taking your health to an upper echelon way of course it's health concern. And then you pass that benefit on to your consumers, because we as licensed beauty experts, we want to be able to give our clients the best service that we can while they're in our presence. But not just while they're in our presence, but when they go home. We want to send them home with some technology tools that you get free as a free bonus, as a gift. We give you free gifts, 4 free gifts, when you become a part of John Amico Professional Hair Care Team. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to bring to the stage none other than John Amico Sr., the founder and the creator of John Amico Professional Hair Care Products. Coach, are you there?
I'm here. Can you see me?
I can see you and I can hear
Okay.
you loud and clear.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much for coming on tonight.
Wonderful. Well, this is a new forum, so to speak, because I've never used this other than Zoom and videos and what have you, but it's very interesting, the actual technology. And as you're going to
Yes.
talk a little bit about tonight, technology, and it's going to be fun. I normally would be utilizing some type of a screening process where I would be able to share my screen. Tonight I won't be able to do that, but we did a little bit of impromptu with the big screen TVs and the programs like that. So we're going to be able to do that. So what I want to do is, first of all, tell you a little bit about me. I started behind the chair. I was 18 years
Yes.
old, and I got into the business for all the wrong reasons. I had a friend that was going to school. His plan was to go to Hollywood. And I asked him, so why are you doing this? And he was a year older than me, and his sister was my age. He was already graduated, and his sister and I were just graduating. And he said, well, I'm going to be going to Hollywood because I'm going to be working in the movie studios, because one of our uncles is a set designer, and he's able to get us in. And then I'm going to work on all kinds of movie stars, and I'll make all kinds of money. And then I'm going to be working primarily on women. And so the first thing that I thought was money, women, and glamour. I didn't know anything about doing hairstyling. I was in the rock business. I was in the blues business. Because when I was 12 years old, I picked up a guitar and I found myself over at Chess Records on 11th and State in Chicago. It was Garmisha that had this studio, and inside the studio was none other than Chess Records, and it was all kinds of the guys in Chicago that were playing blues. So I got so wrapped up in the music that I didn't even want to think about going to college. But my mother and father constantly kept on telling me, you got to have something to fall back on. Well, I'll tell you one thing about Denzel. He says, don't fall back on anything, fall back forward. Okay? Don't fall backwards, fall forward. And so I'm listening to it, and I said, okay, well, this is something that I could probably do. And because of money, women, and glamour, it's just like being, on stage. And so I got involved in it just basically because it was something that I thought I could do, but I was just thinking about the money, women, glamour. I got into school. I was voted within the first 2 weeks, most likely never to succeed. But I had never, I had a girl ask me, when are you going to quit school? I said, quit school. Why would I quit? because I never quit anything in my life. I mean, I was going to school. She said, because you're not very good. Well, I said, well, I just learned how to do this. By the time I was ready to graduate, I started cutting hair a little differently than some of the girls were. I started styling hair a little bit differently, but I really loved hair color. And I knew that if I was able to do hair color and cut hair, I could at least get a job. The first 3 salons that I went to work for, I got fired because I could talk a great story, but I couldn't produce. And so they never actually said, let me see your work. Here's how it went. Hi, my name is John Amico. I cut carbon shape, beautiful natural looks around bone structure, facial features, and the eye tones. And then I create color around eye tones and based on complexion. And so therefore, I use ashes and golds as well as reds and coppers. And so that's my portfolio. They said, you're hired. Within 3 days, they could tell I didn't know what I was doing when it came to actually styling hair, because back in the day, it was all rollers. And when you put all these rollers in and you started to backcomb it, and then you started to do these swirls and beehives and locks and curls, and then putting in wiglets and putting in cascades and falls into hair and creating such high hairstyles. Literally, they almost had to walk out the door bending down. You look at some of the, the Temptations and some of the things that were going on back in the day. And I want to tell you, you had to be an artist. And so they knew right away I wasn't. So I wound up becoming a shampoo boy. And I shampooed hair. I washed windows. I washed floors. And I threw out the garbage. And I did that for month after month after month until they said, okay, now we're going to teach you, because we're going to be a little bit slower. We're going to get mannequins from your school, and we're going to teach you how to really do hair. And that was my testing ground. And an amazing thing happened. Have you ever heard somebody say, well, if you drink enough of it, you'll like it. Or if you eat enough, like when you were a kid, I hated spinach. But the minute I put garlic and oil and oregano and other stuff on it, all of a sudden, oh, I love spinach. Well, you developed an acquired taste. So I fell in love, because to me, it was just like music. It was just artful, but it was music. Okay, so then I had the opportunity of becoming a stylist. I opened my very first salon when I was younger. I was about 21 years old when I opened my first salon, and magic happened. It was I was able to have some good stylists, and before I knew it, I opened my second, my third. I got my school, and then I decided to duplicate what I was doing with my first 3 salons, and I started to create salons that my stylist could actually own, and I called it franchising. So I helped them find site selection, lease negotiation, salon design, and et cetera, et cetera. And I opened 90 salons in the Chicagoland area. It's very similar to franchising, but franchising. And then we had to really franchise. Then I got up to 425 salons. And I decided at that point that, you know what? I've got 425 water heaters, 425 washers and dryers. I hardly see my kids. I got 5 kids, 18 grandkids now. But I said, I got to do something. And so my do something was I was having offer after offer to buy the company. And I eventually sold it. And when I sold it, I will tell you, it was like I lost my family. I had people that had been with me 25 and 30 years. I had partners that were owning their own businesses. And it didn't feel the same anymore, because the company that bought it, which was Regis, who had lots of salons in the major malls and eventually bought Vidal Sassoon and many others, they said, listen, we're happy that you sold it to us, but it's now our business. And we don't want you doing any consulting for the franchise owners, even if you've known them for 40, 30, 20 years. They have to come to us, because the way you operated won't be the way we operate. So it's best that you just take a step backwards. And I'll tell you, for 3 months, I was literally depressed. But the one thing that I did have is I was already manufacturing product for many years. I had them calling our offices saying, hey, listen, I need 6 dozen of that. I need 12. And that relationship still maintained. So I said, you know what? We're going to build a company that stylists and owners don't necessarily have to rely on what they do behind the chair. I mean, that's important, really important. But they're stock and trade. In other words, I can see Redken's going to go and sell out. I can see Tony and Guy's going to sell out. I can see Nexus is going to sell out. I can see all of them. George Johnson, which I knew very well from Johnson Products. George and Eric, we actually did a product line together. And I could tell right away they were getting ready to sell. And I said, eventually, the salons are not going to really have the opportunity to sell product. Now, you might say, well, that's not a whole lot of money. Well, listen, if it's $5 per client, because some are going to be 20, some are going to be 30, some will be nothing. You might only sell 3 products in a day, but you add that up, it's $15 or $20. If I took $20 a day and put it away, $100 a week, I multiplied that times the 12 months, right? I would have $5,000 that I could literally invest in stocks and real estate. And that's it sounds like a little bit of money. It's really a lot of money, $5, $10, $15 a day. So I said, we're going to keep all the products within our organization. We're not going to have distributors. That's taboo. We're going to sell direct. And then what we're going to do is we're going to create a program where salons, when they're using the product and it goes down the drain, they're going to be able to recapture that expense because they're going to get override bonus commissions based on, number one, what they're buying. Number two, anyone they refer to us to be a member, and they have to be sponsored. They just can't come in. And so somebody who sponsored them will getting override bonus commissions based on all the transactions. And then eventually we'll have the clients. And then as the clients are buying, we'll develop the technology where clients can buy direct online through our membership. And then every product that client buys will retrace back to that professional. And we'll be able to give them 35% of every dollar that their clients spend. And they don't even have to have inventory in their salon.
Yes.
So that's how we started, the concept, and then bring it up to right now. So when you mention, making money while you sleep, well, let me kind of give you a little bit of an overview. To me, the heart of success of any professional is really having the skills. Mm-hmm. So you've got to really nail down all of the techniques that you are known for. And I don't care whether you're box braids, I don't care whether you're adding hair, I don't care whether you're doing textured hair, or all you do is cut bobs all day long, or men's haircuts. Whatever you do, you'll be known for it. And God bless you, you should be. And I always say you should get paid for what you know, not what you do. Absolutely. So I never feel as though you're not entitled. I feel as though you are entitled. For example, right now you go out to the gas pump, and it's $1 more a gallon or 50 cents more a gallon. Now, it's supply and demand. So there's limited gas, but there's more demand. So what happens? The price goes up. You only have 40 hours a week. That's it, 40 hours. When those 40 hours are gone, your demand goes up, but your supply is limited. So every single year, minimally, you should be adjusting your pricing across the board. I don't ever recommend, doubling your pricing or anything like that. What I say is, 5, 10%. For example, if I'm charging $50 for, let's say, a blow dry flat iron, silk and press 60, whatever it is, if I'm going to adjust my pricing, 5%, $3 more. If I do that once a year, $3, and then it turns into $63, and then I do it again, and it's $3.50. Now it goes to 66.5. There are some professionals that have not adjusted their pricing, not adjusted their pricing for 5 years. Mm-hmm. You cannot keep up because everything goes up. So you constantly have to have a coach or a mentor or somebody's telling you it's time to do it and give you the support because you deserve it. Okay, so talking about that is very important. So the better your skill sets, the more you can demand. And then I go to the next step. The next step is product consumption. Every day you're buying things. And I'll give you an example. What if I said, I'm going to use a toothpaste, no longer Gleam, no longer Colgate. I'm going to use my own toothpaste. And when I use that toothpaste, at the end of every month, I'm going to get a check for me using my own toothpaste. And if I have any friends who are currently using toothpaste, maybe they should switch to the brand I'm using, which becomes their brand. And then when they brush their teeth, not only do they get a check personally, but I get an override bonus commission for them using that toothpaste because everybody uses it. So in the business, we are all using professional products. Because we're using professional products, we're recommending referring it to other professionals. Have we ever, if we said to somebody, oh, I've got the best Brazilian keratin, it is dynamite. What do you get? You get it over to XYZ. Do they call me up and say, thanks for sending me a customer? Matter of fact, here's a gift certificate for $2 to go and buy a hot dog or anything, nothing. But as we develop that ability to go ahead and trace, we then develop the technology. So I want to just kind of right now tell you, number one, we believe in products have to be the best. You know, I know lots of people that are in the industry, and I can tell you this, the bigger you get, the faster they want to produce it, and the more they want to lower the price, lower their cost, but increase the price. Okay? That's not the way it should be. What we need to do is when you're making, I'm going to give you an example of Oprah. Oprah, everybody loves her. That's number one. But number two, she became more of what she was. If she was generous before she ever got any money whatsoever, she would give people what she almost didn't have. And then when she got more money, she was able to give it to people because she believed that they deserved it. Okay? Now, let me go backwards. There are some people that are stingy. There are some people that are maybe frugal in their thinking and in maybe their behavior. And so when they say, well, right now, I'm just crazy right now because I'm going to law school. So but once I get my law degree, I'm going to be different. I promise you. Okay. Or I'm becoming a medical advisor. And when I get my degree, then I'm going to be totally different. It doesn't happen that way. People are what they are. The more successful they become, the more they become who they really are. So if they're stingy, they become stingier. If they're generous, they become more generous. So I will tell you about education and product development and all those things. It has to be the highest of the high, because if you do, you'll be fine in terms of getting and making money if that's what you want, because people are going to like it and they're going to want more of it. So there's no cutting corners, and there's no cutting corners on education either. But it takes time. You know, like anybody comes into the salon, hey, how long before I become a superstar? It's going to be a while. You just stay the course. Don't worry about the money. Give the service and take care of your clients. Okay. So I want to just show you this briefly, and we'll see how it works out. I'm going to show you right over here, and hopefully it's big enough on your screen. So what this is actually what we call disruptors. All right. Disruptors are people that come into a marketplace within 3, 4, 5, 6 years. They literally take it over. So if you're looking at this, what this is the comparison of BlackBerry versus Apple. In 2006, you can see that BlackBerry, they were averaging their share of the stock cost was $40 a share. It went all the way up to $120 a share. And then you could see that in 2006, Apple started to make some inroads with their iPhone. By 2008, they were really making inroads. And then as you can see, the blue line, they just kept on going up, up, up. And look who goes backwards. Backwards goes BlackBerry. And the reason that people will ask you, why did that happen? I'll tell you in a minute. Now, let me show you Netflix. Back in the day, my wife loved Blockbuster. She just loved it. Where you could go in there, you could pick out your videos. If you kept them too long, I guess you had to pay $5 for keeping it too long, whatever it was. But my wife loved it. We went into a Blockbuster store. We could spend a half an hour picking out movies. All of a sudden, Netflix came along. And what did they do? They said, hey, we're going to send you a disc. It's a DVD. And then you'll return it. And it's going to be $5, whatever it might have been. Well, within a 6-year period, Netflix became the rage. Today, their stock is $500, by the way. It became the rage, and Blockbusters went out of business. Now, why is that? Well, it was disruptive. So why? I'll tell you in a minute. Visa had been around for 40 years. All of a sudden, somebody comes around called PayPal. You don't see PayPal cards in people's wallets, not at all. What you see is that PayPal actually has caught and passed Visa, and they don't even have one plastic card to deal with. Why? Okay. Airbnb, 7, 8 years ago began. The Hilton hotels are the largest in the world. 180,000 employees all over the world. Airbnb today has surpassed Hilton, and they don't own one hotel room. They don't have 180,000 employees. They have only 250 employees, and they are the largest in the world. Airbnb. 95,000 properties, 3 million nights booked per night, 250 employees, and 60% of their revenue is coming from other parts of the world. In 6 years, they became the largest hotel group in the world. And why? Because of technology. Technology. So, Uber in New York City, a medallion, which used to give somebody the right to have a cab, the medallion in 1985 was $50,000. That cab could go 24/7, and they would just give it to different drivers, and they would split the commission on the fares with the taxi meter. And it grew and grew and grew. And in the year 2010, a taxi medallion in New York City was $1 million. That's how much money they could generate over 24 hours with a taxi cab in New York City. Well, what happened? What happened is that Uber today is bigger than all the taxi companies in the world. And why? Because of technology. That's why. It's totally different. Now, Amazon. Amazon first started out with books. And within 7 years, they were bigger than Barnes and Nobles. And Barnes and Nobles started to close around the United States and literally the world. And Amazon got bigger and bigger. And they said, listen, if we can ship books, we can ship other things. So they decided to start doing other kinds of sales. And they started in healthcare, and they went into personal care. They went into furniture. You name it. Today, you can buy it on Amazon. And because you are a professional stylist, the largest professional beauty product retailer in the world is Amazon. Every product that you have in your salon and anybody else's salon is supplied by Amazon direct to the clients. The salons have been cut out. The distributors are floundering because Amazon is this big gorilla, keeps grabbing more and more business. So every brand and every salon, why? Because of technology. And let me tell you a little bit about us. We're the only company that has professional stylists. Every time a client sits in their chair, they get an opportunity to give them an app. And the app it's personalized, and it has the salon name or the stylist name. They add their photo to it. They add their social media account, whether it be Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, whatever it is. They add an online booking link, and it's theirs. They make it their own. And it's their presentation. It's their electronic business card. And what's so good about it is clients can actually buy product through their app. So if I have a client in my chair, I can show them the products that I recommend. I can download the app to their phone. They have the opportunity of seeing the product there. I could actually have them order the product right then and there, and it would be shipped to their house directly. Now, I don't want to give you the illusion that all I believe is technology out of the salon. But I do believe that you need to have a representative amount of product that makes a statement to your clients that you're in the business to be able to sell them these kinds of items. And so we all got $1,400 checks back from the federal government. And prior to that, it was more. But anyway, $1,400 checks. And I'll tell you what, this happened, started landing about a week and a half ago. And all of a sudden they said that the airlines for future bookings had these peaks that were just flying in, people making reservations because they were so welled up and wanted to go on vacation sooner or later because they've been cramped up and they want to get out. So it's called cocooning. They want to get out of the cocoon. And what they're doing is they're spending this money to kind of almost run away. Well, here's what I say. If you want to change your life, change your life. And I recommend that you change your life economically, because Oprah and Dr. Phil were right. 50% of all marriages break up because of financial duress. Not that I don't love you, not that I don't care for you, but I don't like the fact that you're not making enough money, or I don't like the fact that you're spending too much money, or I don't like the fact that I'm not making enough money. You know, whatever it is, who cares? So I say that if we can give financial freedom to professionals, then not only is it going to be great for them to have a secure life, but it also gives them the opportunity to have a better personal life. You know, take one day instead of having to clean your house. If you're able to have residual-based revenue streams coming into you, then you can hire somebody to clean your house and spend time with your church and spend time with your family. One day a week. Okay. So now, rolling from here, just to give you an idea, we have become the largest residual income opportunity in the beauty industry. And it's all because of technology. Now, this is just a mere small collection of product that we actually give to the salon professionals, reduce it down all the way. Generally speaking, it's like $99, and there's more than that. There's hair color with that and so on. But there's anything from hair restoration products, vitamin nutritionals, to not heavy waxes, but polymers and all types of different dimethicones, silicones that are not going to be heavy, weighting down the hair, and also a variety of categories. So there's one for textured hair. There's another one for a little bit beachy wave type. There's others that are for medication, psoriasis, dermatitis, eczema, hair loss, as I did mention, but there's a type that's going to exfoliate down from the papilla, bring it up through the follicle, bring fresh blood supply, and then exfoliate the toxins. So there's a number of different things. It takes some education. And so education to me is what I call the, you know, the pain of gain. You know, if I'm going to have to get out of my comfort zone, it's going to be painful. It's going to be painful for me to try to take my clients and change them over. But, you know, in the long run, I know that I'm getting a big benefit for this. And I know that, in fact, they're going to have a benefit to this. So they're going to see their hair that's going to be different than how it is today. We happen to mention just briefly the enzymes. Enzymes are not peroxide. Peroxide busts the door down in order to get into the cuticle, down into the cortex. Okay, ours does not. It's natural. It's a natural enzyme. It slowly lifts it. It slowly opens it. It has very small micro elements. And it only opens it to a certain degree that when the color is infused into it, it's easy to close. So it's not actually burnt open because of the caustic nature of peroxides. And Carene peroxides are worse than natural clear peroxides. Well, how could that be? Because it smothers the oxidation. And it is actually more harmful to the cuticle, although it's got a cosmetic kind of coating to the hair, but it's more dangerous than regular peroxide. We don't use that. We use natural enzymes. We calibrate them so they act like 10, 20, 30, 40. So they're calibrated that way. So, you know, they're very predictable of what your lift is going to be or your deposit. Now, this is only a little smither. I have 700 products in my line. I have 4 different color lines, but the one that I would recommend is my newest advancement. That's just sweeping salons right now. And that's our Vita Shine. And it's wonderful. But anyway, I know that whatever you use on your station, I can replace it. There's going to be some products that you're going to say, well, that's just like what I've been using. Okay, great. And every now and then you're going to say, wow, I haven't experienced anything like this. That I can guarantee you. Matter of fact, this kit here is $99. It's about $300 worth of product. There's many that you don't see that is included in here. If, in fact, at the end of 30 days you say it's not for me, I will not only send you back your $99, I'll tell you to keep the kit. And well, why would you do that? Because sooner or later, you're going to wake up and smell the coffee. Because that partner that you had said, no, I don't want another brand in here. Or one of the stylists said, well, we got to learn another brand. And you say, well, yeah, but I don't want to do that. Okay, well, we won't do it. But sooner or later, when you say, well, she's doing it and she's getting residual based revenue and her clients are all enjoying it, why aren't I doing something for myself? I'm going to pay for this product anyway. Why don't I get a benefit out of it just instead of it just going down the drain? Okay. So let me just continue on, and then I'll wrap this up for you. So, as you can see here, as I go down, you'll see all the different kinds of styles that we create and looks that we have. And it's all just wonderful stuff. But I just want to show you this for a minute. How we're used to thinking is maybe I could get a client to bring in another client. Okay. So that's 1 + 1, or maybe I'll get one client to bring in 2 clients. I go from 1 client to 3. And then I go from 3 clients to 5, and 5 to 7, and 9 to 11. That is linear, and that's how everybody thinks. But I can tell you that's not how this works. Because you have one client that starts to use the product, she is going to say to somebody, I love that product. And that 1 becomes 2. And those 2 become 4. The 4 become 8. The 8 becomes 16, 32, 64, 128, and so on. And I'll tell you about professionals. It's the same way. When you tell a professional about it, after you learn it and after you love it, and you tell them that, then they have that same belief system that they try it. And then all of a sudden, they not only are trying it, but they now tell 1 or 2 or 3 other professionals that they know because, hey, number 1, they're happy. They're getting override bonus commissions. But number 2, they're enriching the lives of some other friends. But while they're doing that, they're also getting override bonus commissions on everything that they buy. Now, here's the dynamic. When a client has that app on her phone and she goes to a family reunion, and let's say that family reunion's in Chicago or it's in Missouri or wherever that family reunion is, and somebody says, oh, I love your hair. It's so shiny. I love the texture. I love it. It's soft. What are you using? She says, oh, let me just show you. It's right here on this app. And it's like this. Matter of fact, why don't I do this? I'll send you the app. And then that app is deposited on her sister's phone or her girlfriend's phone. And so now tell me which product you're getting. I'm getting XYZ. I'm getting the BioVita Shine shampoo and conditioner. I'm getting the sulfate-free keratin and the sulfate-free conditioner. And that's what I'm getting. Okay, good. All right, I got it down. They order it. All of a sudden, you've got clients telling clients that tell clients, and you're getting override bonus commissions. 35% of every transaction that goes on in your organization. And it's what we call a client for life. Because once, and let me just turn like this. So once a client is buying from you, the URL is automatically registered to you because as that app is being issued, there's a URL tracing that app and it's coming from you to that client. And then from that client to somebody else, and somebody else to somebody else. Wow. So I'll tell you this. I have in our organization some people that just blind faith. 20 years ago, I'm going to do this. They have 2,000, 3,000 salon professionals plus all the clients. I said to several of them maybe 10 years ago, when I come back, I don't want to be me. I want to be you. Because I've got to manufacture, I got to formulate the product. I got to manufacture the product. I got to ship it in on containers. I have to bring it into our distribution center. I have to then go ahead and ship it out. I have to educate everybody. Then I got to ship it out. I got to collect the money. I got to get the money in. And then what I got to do is I got to share that with you. And what you do is you're like an athlete. You know, MJ, Michael Jordan, I'm from Chicago, okay? So MJ, when he did all of, his tremendous sports and when he just was signing autographs and giving endorsements right and left. Today, he makes $125 million a year in endorsement revenue coming from the brand Michael Jordan. And the best year that he had, that he got paid by the team and everything else, is when he was playing, he made $25 million. So you can see how the brand can grow and multiply. Yes. And so that's my story, and I want to share it with you guys. And I'm so happy. Tyra's been a real rock. She's been our glue. She's also been our duct tape. She's and holding it together, and continually adds more professionals and add more professionals. and we can do this together. And I always tell everybody, don't chase the money. It'll come. Love yourself. Give away all the love you feel today. Right. So if you love one another and you want to share it with others, and like, there's only a few clients you want to fire. Right. Most of them, you really like them. Right. That's what this business is all about. We're people that have to take care of people. So we have the need to serve and the need to please, and we can do it together. Because products are going to go on forever, but Amazon's going to get bigger. Ulta's going to get bigger. They're all going to get bigger. But what about us? We're the ones that are on the foundational side of it. We're the ones making the recommendations and almost the prescriptions, but never getting paid for it.
Absolutely. I love the way you articulated that. Those companies are Fortune 500 companies, billion-dollar companies. We know how big Amazon is and those other companies. But I tell you something, and you're right, John Sr. They're going to keep on getting bigger. And if we don't make the right decision to position our beauty business, whether you're a stylist or whether you're a barber, if we don't position ourselves to make income, to be able to have income when we're asleep. I remember when I was in Mexico. I think it was not this last Chicago, the last one that we had live. After leaving that Chicago, I went to Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, and I just leaving Chicago. I had all of my products with me, so I'm having all of my product bag is almost bigger than me, way more than I know, that's for sure. And I took it to Mexico, and I didn't, I was supposedly going to go in and take care of my clients there in Mexico. And I did. I serviced them. And I was only supposed to be there for just 2 weeks. I ended up being there for 4 months. And within that 4 months, I will, just go to the beach, walking to the beach, Puerto Vallarta is beautiful out there, beautiful people, beautiful culture, just beautiful. And I'm seeing salons, and I'm itching. It was burning inside of me. I got these John Amico products. I should go talk to these salons. And I kept on walking by, and so it stayed in me. It stayed in me. And so one day I'm walking to the beach, but I just popped into the salon. And I told them who I was, told them what I did. Oh, yeah, we're very interested. Had no clue they was going to be interested. Come to find out, we ended up having a couple of, I think we have about 5 different in-salon classes at 5 different salons and a couple of barbershops there. And so we also service products for barbers as well. And we have Jeffrey Lewis, because he used some of our products. We have a live testimony in a few minutes. So I'm walking there, I'm talking to them, and having 5 different events in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. And I'm gonna tell you something, the reaction to these hairstylists and to these barbers was absolutely unbelievable. It was unbelievable because they wanted the product. And to my surprise, I was thinking they was going to be really interested into the permanent wave. I'm thinking they're going to be really interested in color. They was interested in relaxer.
Yeah.
Do you have anything that can make the hair straight permanently? And I'm like, yes. That took me by surprise. I wasn't expecting for the salon owner to ask me that question. I was expecting color and permanent wave, and I'm in Puerto Vallarta. But being in that culture, being in that climate, a lot of Hispanics have coarse hair, curly hair. And so they wanted something straight. And so I go in my bag and I'll put out our Calm the Wave relaxer. And then I tell them that you can also do a permanent color with this relaxer. And they go, no, you can't. I said, I'm not gonna dispute you, but what I would love to do is to prove it to you that we can do it. Would you allow me to prove it to you that you can do it with healthier products? They said, I don't believe you, but yeah, you can do it because you can't do no relaxers, sodium hydroxide and ammonia from the developer and and she was just really just amped up about that you could not do a relaxer and permanent color. I put out my John Amico products. We relaxed the client. We did her hair, and I'm gonna tell you something. She was blown out of the world. I've been in the beauty industry for 40 years, and I've never never done tons of relaxers and Mazzani and Paul Mitchell and just tons of relaxers. I've never had a product to leave the hair so silky and so shiny. And then you came in here, you put a permanent color and it lifted. Something's wrong with something. What are you doing? And so therefore it truly changes the trajectory of our
Yeah.
industry.
Yeah.
What you have put together has totally changed. And that when I walk into some salons and tell them that we can do relax and permanent color safe, they're like, yeah, because I know you've been taught that we can't do these things because of the high content. They combine, they fight each other because of the ingredients. But our products are healthier. Our products are safer. Our products are products that are designed for hairstylists, and our products are designed. Some of these products that you see here are our men's product line, and that $99 that John Sr. talked about, it totally changed my career. I only go to Sally's but if I need an emergency something. If I need some gloves, I'll go to Sally's. If I need a cape or something, I'll go to Sally's. If I need a plastic cap, processing cap, I'll go to Sally's. Everything that I need, and that's emergency basis, everything that I need, I can get off of my app, off my back office. When
Yeah.
you
Now,
become John Amico member, yes, sir.
make one point, and that is when I say 35% commission, that's on the retail items. Okay. Don't forget that when you're buying them on a direct basis, they're going to be far below that for you to
Yeah.
house in your salon and also to house for retail and or for professional. So that's just the tip of the iceberg where I'm saying 35%.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. And that's every month. I don't know any other beauty manufacturer, period, that's given this opportunity to us as licensed hairstylists, as licensed barbers. So I want to thank you personally. I've always tell you this. Always tell, when I was there in Florida, when I first came to Florida, and no one knew that I was coming. I had spoken to Johnny. And I said, I'm going to, well, Tyra just come to Chicago. I was like, no, I can't come to Chicago. I hung the phone up with Johnny. And he didn't know that I had picked up the phone and booked me a flight to fly because you guys were just coming off of our company cruises.
Right.
So when you come a part of this team, you're going to make money. You're going to have fun. This year, last year we were supposed to go on a cruise. Unfortunately, because of COVID-19, we're set to go this year on a trip this year. And it's been going on for over 40 something years. So this is a track record that has been longevity. And we was talking the other day, and and culturally, one of my really, really good other mentors, her name is Liz Nolan. Really great here in the Washington DC area.
Yeah.
She's owned Scanner. She's had her salon was Natural Motions, and everywhere when you come to DC, you went to Natural Motion. Her salon was well known throughout the whole East Coast. And so she passed away, unfortunately, not long ago, about a month ago. But the salon is closed now. The salon is closed. So that taught me something. Knowing her and knowing what you have created, and seeing the examples of other beauty experts, they have once they have gone on to glory, that their business is still up and running. How can we position our business to how can we put this period position our business so that when we're not here anymore, that our business is still making income for our grandkids, for
Right.
our great grandkids? And this is where it really hits the fan. And this is where I really, really, really get passionate about this. And I keep going to salon to salon to salon to salon, to barbershop to barbershop to barbershop to barbershop. Because culturally, I can speak for my own self. Culturally, I was not taught this in the beauty school that I attended. I wasn't taught that you can have something to be able to partner up with a particular manufacturer that will allow you to create not just residual income, ladies and gentlemen, but generational wealth.
Correct.
This is what we really want to be on, generational wealth. So if you're looking for a product that's going to make you money, if you're looking for a healthier product, if you're looking for a product that's that's not like any other product on the market, because you will not find these products on Amazon. Thank you, Jesus. You will not find these products on Amazon. You will not find these products on Amazon, period. And I know it was one day, I'll be very transparent. I had saw, I think it was an older bottle of a John Amico product. And I called Chris Canavel, our director of the company. And I said, Chris, I saw some John Amico product. She went to work. That product was gone. Whatever they had to do from the corporate office, they did whatever they had to do. That product was no longer on Amazon. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's real. It is absolutely real. And I'm going to tell you something. The caveat to this is this right here. Everyone is familiar with Edward Jones. Everyone's familiar with Edward Jones. My monthly check that I get every single month, as you can see, it says John Amico on it. And this is, I want to put, so you can, this is actual one of my checks that I'm getting. And I just bought 3 of them. This check is deposited every single month in my Edward Jones account. And that money, I have Johnny and John Sr., I haven't told you this, but this is personal note. And it's okay if I share this. I have seen my personal experience is I have not making any type of income claims at all, but I have seen my John Amico check grow exponentially through the aid of our investment corporation partnership with Edward Jones.
Yes.
We don't have
right.
retirement in our industry.
Yeah. So what happens is you own that. It's under your social. It's a relationship that we introduce you to, but they're the ones that manage your funds. So
Yes.
every month the checks, and by the way, it's been 22 years. We haven't missed 1 month of sending checks. So those checks go to them, and then they can decide, do you want to be passive? Do you want to be more aggressive? Do you want to invest in GM and Ford, or do you want to invest in Zoom and Airbnb? What's your tolerance for investment? And then they take care of it. And I can tell you this, that if you invest $5 a day, which is $150 a month, over about a 35-year period, you'll have about $1.2 million in stocks and bonds.
Yeah. And that's what I'm doing.
$5 a day, $150 a month, $1,800 a year. The money compounds between 10 and 12%. And you wind up with about $1 million. But they don't tell anybody about it either.
Don't tell anybody that you've become a millionaire.
Don't tell anybody about it. It might wind up being a Harley sitting on your front drive. Don't tell anybody about it.
But I tell you something, it has been an amazing past 3 years being with your company, using your product, becoming a spokesperson for this product line. And I tell you something, I won't use any other product. I will not pick up any other product because I don't want to smell the ammonia. I don't want to smell the resource. I don't want to smell the PPD that's in permanent color. This color that I have in my hair right here is part of our line. I'm a product of my product. I remember when we first met. Remember when we first met, and you was telling me about Mrs. A when she had shingles.
Yes, right.
And I'm a researcher, so. Yeah. And I'm a researcher, and it was this product right here. Ladies and gentlemen, I call this product our emerald jewel. If you want the best reconstructor for hair, period, you got to get this. This is our mineralic oil. Some people know it as our phenomenal oil, but this is our mineralic oil. It has zinc, it has copper, it has manganese, magnesium, rice, wheat, and jojoba oil, and it's all infused with nanotechnology. So if you want a high-end product with high-end technology, this was a product right here. And I'm not making no income claim, no claims that this has cured my eczema, but I will tell you what my experience has been. My personal experience, all this right here was eczema. It was dark. It was dry. It was flaky. It was itchy. Ladies and gentlemen, your face is the first thing that people see when you walk in the room. It was dry, itchy, cracky, irritated. When I put makeup on, my forehead would throb. After talking to my mentor, John Sr., he's telling me the experience with his wife, Mrs. A, when she had shingles and he used some of our Mediclear shampoo and skin treatment product, and then followed up with our mineral oil treatment. I said, if this is good for her, Mrs. A's for her shingles, this is gonna be good for my eczema on my face. So I went home, I used my skincare system, stained my face, and I put a little drop of this mineral oil all through my skin. And I'm gonna tell you something. You see my forehead now?
That's great.
Eczema is dark. Eczema is dry, flaky. Ladies and gentlemen, it's no more dryness. It's no more dark issues. I have not had a eczema flare up ever since I've used this product. And I'm not making any income, any cures, but I'm telling you my personal experience has been because of the ingredients that's in this: zinc, copper, manganese, magnesium, rice, and jojoba, and it's infused with nanotechnology. So that means that nanotechnology means that it's getting down into that cortex and that medulla, getting it deep down. And if you put it onto the hair shaft, if you put it onto the skin, it will penetrate into that dermis and epidermis layer of the skin. And look, and these were my results. So I'm a product of my product. I use my own shampoo and conditioner from this line. I use everything I use everything. And here's a tip. And after this tip, we want you to be able to make more income. So here's an example of what you can get. And these two products are not included into your JA Discovery Kit. We have two kits. We have one for hairstylists and we have one for barbers. But here's my tip. A lot of people are wearing hair extensions. I wear hair extensions. And so whenever someone comes into your salon, they get their extensions done, and you might not see them maybe a month or maybe even 2 months because they've gotten some hair extension in, whether it's sewn in, lace front, or whatever the case may be. They need to go home with a product. And so when I'm doing some type of sewing or some type of hair extension product, I'm going to make sure that they go home with this product right here. This is your fresh hair dry conditioner, 1. And 2, they're going to go home with your fresh hair dry shampoo, because we know that then we may not see them for 2 months, but how can you replace that income for the following month that you need to get from that client? So here's the tip of the day. You're going to have your service. It's going to include 2 products they're going to take home. They're going to come in, they're going to get their service done, they're going to get their hair extension, but it's going to include 2 products, either 1 or 2, but preferably 2. If not, just this product right here. And then once they go home, and they're going to keep their hair fresh, and you're going to show them in a salon how to use it while they sit in your chair. When you want your hair fresh and you cooking, if you go into a club and it's smelling like smoke or cigarette or whatever the case may be, you want to spray some of that onto the hair. It has this amazing oil, and it's so super light. And I wish you guys could smell it right now, because it is this whole place is ignited because it smells amazing. I promise you something. I promise you, your client will come back to your website probably 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning and buy this fresh hair dry conditioner, if not shampoo, with you as well. Because 99% of the time, if your client is getting an extension service, you may not see them for maybe 2 months, 1 or 2 months. But how can you keep your income coming in? This is a small bottle. They're going to use this pretty much every day or every other day in their hair. Once it's completed, what are they going to do? They're going to go back to your site, that John Sr. talked about, that technology site, and you're going to have your own personalized website, magnificent products, and you can get it. www.johnamico.com/magnificent products, and get this dry shampoo, this dry conditioner. It has the marula oil in it. And I'm going to tell you something. It smells so good. I promise you something. I know everyone likes the blowouts and like you see my hair is bouncing, and I use my own products, ladies and gentlemen. So
Now,
that's a tip for you
yeah,
today. Yes,
just,
sir.
just a couple more things on technology because you brought that up. You can actually, from that app that you have, and they have the app, you can actually text them what your referral or recommendation is for their hair. So during the pandemic, there's also a video app that we have that once again is free to the members, and they can record on the video app, hi, this is Tara. I wanted to tell you about this dry conditioner and the dry shampoo. It is available, and you can order it directly from the company, and they will ship it to your house. We had so many members still making income while the pandemic was going on because their salons were closed. So that's another thing. And then
Yes.
the video, you can actually show them the technique of how to use it and then go ahead and send it right through that app. So there's a lot of things that technology that's state of the art. Nobody else has it. None of the other companies. Why?
Absolutely.
If I'm Mazzani or if I'm L'Oreal, do I want to deal with Hairstylist or do I want to ship containers full of product to Ulta and to Amazon? So they're really not going to drill down and invest the kind of money we have in technology to kind of change the direction of our professionals.
Absolutely, absolutely, and that's the impact video that John Sr. was talking about. Those are the four free gifts that you get when you get when you invest in your business for $99 plus taxes and shipping, it's like $115 total. You're going to get about $300 to $400 in product, and you're going to get 3 tubes of color. These are the tubes I get that you can't see them, but you're going to get 3 tubes of permanent color. And these are our actual tube sizes. So you can see how big your tube sizes are. And it has no resorcinol, no ammonia, and no PPD. So when you mix your color and you use our enzyme developer, 10, 20, 30, 40 volume, we even have a gentle deposit, there is no odor. You're not going to be, I can't
Yeah, no
breathe
odor.
even right now. I will never, and they say never, but I'm telling you right now, the sun is just so, the sun is close, it's set for evening, 9 o'clock. I will never use any other color line except for this color line right here, because my health is important to me. And my client's health is important to me. So as a licensed beauty expert, we are graduating from a professional to expert, because it's that time for us to graduate to being a professional, moving to a professional realm into the expert realm, where you be able to make money when you're not behind that chair. You can make money when that salon is closed. Ladies and gentlemen, I won't ever forget that moment. I was in Puerto Vallarta in Mexico, and I met this. Before I went to Mexico, about 6 months before I went to Mexico, I'm in Lyft, and I meet my Lyft driver was a male, and I put out this right here, my beard oil, and we're gonna talk to Jeffrey Lewis in a second because he loves this beard oil, and that's why he's standing patiently waiting. So I let my Lyft driver smell the beard oil. He goes, "What is that?" I said, "Some beard oil." I said, "Do you like it?" He goes, "Give me some." I gave him some in his hand. He multiplied it. I multiplied in his hand and put it on his beard. And he just bought some more product from me yesterday. Was it yesterday? I think the day for yesterday. He spent like $50 something on product from our men's line. Ladies and gentlemen, that was about 2.5 years ago.
Yeah.
And he's still my customer. And I saw him one time. I saw this gentleman one time for 5 minutes in and out of Lyft, and he's still purchasing products. So when I tell you, you have the opportunity tonight to take your business to the next level. We are professionals. We got that license that's from the state. It's the highest license you can get from the state board of cosmetology in every state that there is. And every time that you be able to share this mobile app, your website, your impact video, just know that someone is going to buy a product from you. I always say, another mentor of mine was Tony Robbins. He said, "Was Tyra, you must raise the value of what you have." And if you raise the value enough, people will find the value in what you have and begin to use your own product. And whatever you're selling or talking or whatever the case may be, raise the value of your product. Well, so with that being said, we're speaking about our men's line. Jeffrey Lewis, are you there? Can you hear us loud and clear?
Yes, I can hear you.
So thank you for being so patient. And I know this is a really serene moment for all of us, because it's not too much that we as licensed beauty experts, we don't have an opportunity to speak to a manufacturer this long at this time at nighttime. I mean, think about it. I've never in my life. I've been a platform artist for Mazzani when Mazzani and Reckon came together and formed Mazzani. I've never been able to speak to the owners of that companies. Never been able to speak to L'Oreal. Never been able to speak to any product source called Piranha. Never any of those companies. I've never been able to have the opportunity to speak to a manufacturer. So Jeffrey, you're not in the beauty industry. I know you're retired military. What has been your experience with our men's line from our John Amico professional haircare system?
Nice to meet you.
How you doing, John? I've been using the brushless shave cream. Now, when I put it on and when I shave, and I suffer with hair bumps.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But because my skin is sensitive. But when I use this product, it's all smooth.
Yeah.
Because it gives you a close shave.
Yes. Correct.
And after I use the After Buzz, and as you can see, it's I rub it on my beard, my goatee, I even put it on my bald head. And it also smells good. And then and then I use the bear oil.
We can't see you.
Nice feel to it, nice texture and feel, and it smells good.
Mm-hmm.
Smells wonderful. And then finally, I love this cologne.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Jay. Yeah.
Now, this smells really good. I mean, all I can say is, ladies and gentlemen, when your wife smells this, she's really going to love you. I mean, really going to love you. Because this product is amazing. And I like to thank you, John.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. God bless.
You're welcome.
Thanks for your service to our military, to our country.
You're welcome.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, he's right. The men's line is amazing. It is absolute. So we service both spectrums of the beauty industry, the whole beauty industry for that matter. Estheticians, we have an amazing product line for you as well, for your customers, for skincare. I tell you something, if you want to change your business, if you want to be able to make more money, if you want to be able to have healthier health for yourself, and if you really care about your clients who's been paying you over every week or every month or every 2 weeks, that's been servicing you, give them the best products under the sun in our industry. And it's from a hairstylist to you, a hairstylist. That's why I joined. It was a no-brainer for me. Everybody thought I was crazy for throwing all of my product away, and I threw a lot of product away.
Able to call you, or what is the procedure for you now?
Absolutely. So the procedure for me now to join the beauty expert team, as you can see, is right there on your feed, www.johnamico.com/magnificent product is where you're going to go to get to order your $99 discovery kit. You can if you want to get the men's kit, call me. because that's a special order. So I'm gonna actually put my number in the chat. If my executive assistant Anna Lou is actually on the line with us, if she could put my phone number in the feed, it would be so great. Thank you so much, Anna. My number is 702-201-6992. I'm gonna repeat it. 702-201-6992. The beauty industry expert team, I tell you something, has doing some amazing things. They are really rocking. We just left Chicago a few months ago, and I think the 11 of us, and they all came back with plaques and awards because they got certified colorists, specialists from John Amico Professional Haircare Products. Is out from my colors team. So we have so much for you and
there's
so much in
two,
store for you.
two things just to mention. We do have the national convention, which is going to be held in Chicago, and it's going to be on the 21st and 22nd, or 22nd and 23rd of August. And
Yes.
we're hoping and praying that the vaccines work and everything is going to work, and we're inviting you all to come to Chicago. And then in February of next year, which will be 22, we're hosting it. Our educational event is going to be in Cancun. And many of you will be able to earn dollars, as well as maybe earn the whole entire trip. But, you can learn more about that. And we decided to do a land base because you never know what's going to happen with the cruises. Maybe there's some type of other virus. Who knows? That's cruises are known for certain types of viruses. So we want to make it safe, make it healthy. We're going to make it in Cancun.
Absolutely. I can't wait. I cannot wait. Cannot wait. So if you want to travel, if you want to make money in your sleep, if you want to be able to provide the healthiest products under the sun within the beauty industry, but more importantly, if you want to be able to create generational wealth for your family, ladies and gentlemen, welcome home. Welcome to John Amico Professional Haircare Products. And we always say we are a family. And that saying is very true. We are a family. I tell you something, I've never been so engulfed with love. I mean, when my dad is from Chicago, and when my dad died, I was I was right back at the office the next day after giving his eulogy. And so I tell you something, and it, again, I'm doing this because I believe that it's time for every hairstylist, for every barber to be able to make residual income. It is our time. It is our season. No weapon formed against you shall ever prosper. That was, and before, and we're going to close with this, John Sr. And that was one of the things that I knew, that I was in the right time. I was at the right time. I was at the right place. And I heard the right things. And this is what I heard. I heard it from 3 different people. You, John Singing, being the founder of your company. I heard you quote scriptures like you calling out your name. 1. Number 2, I heard your son, our current president, Johnny Amico Jr. He was quoting scriptures like he was saying his name. And 3rd, your granddaughter, Anastasia. She was quoting scriptures like she was saying her name, first and last.
Yeah.
So I knew the foundation was laid right. Because we, and in this company, it's okay to say to thank God. In this company, it's okay to give a reference to a higher source. Whatever your belief is, it's okay to say that, and you won't be looked at, or you won't be shunned. So I knew that I was in the right place at the right time with the right people, because I was on my knees after my grandmother had passed away. And this business has been able to fortify my financial income. And I'm still traveling. I haven't gone back to Las Vegas. I'm getting ready to go back to Las Vegas. I'll be doing an event at matter of fact, in May. Is it May? Yeah, May. I'll be doing an event May the 15th at the Stratosphere. I'll be a keynote speaker there, and then we're going to do another event. Hopefully, you will be able to come in with us, John Sr.
Yes.
It's going to be a product launch of John Amico Professional Haircare Products in Las Vegas. So we are super excited to bring this information to you, and I'm honored, and I'm just thank God that I was able to hear the calling and to recognize it and move into action to become an expert within the beauty industry to create generational wealth for myself and for my legacy. And that's what you've done for your family. You've done it for your family. You've done it for so many other families within the beauty industry in John Amico Professional Hair Care Products. And we want you to welcome home healthier products, make more income, and to live your dreams, live on fire.
So Tyra, I just have to thank you because believe me, it's like yourself that you are really, it's a mission from the heart.
Yes.
It's not a mission from your pocketbook. It's a mission from your heart to help other professionals, because we know how hard it is to stand behind that chair. We know that it's not the easiest thing, and sometimes it may not be the most financially rewarding. But if you do the right things and you take care of people as you normally do, and then good things happen, because as we know, happiness is homegrown, right?
Yes, absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely. So I'm super excited. We
God
do
bless,
have some, huh?
God bless you so much.
God bless you too. Tell Mrs. A hello. Give her hugs and kisses for me, please.
I will. All right.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, John Sr. Appreciate it. Appreciate your time.
Nice to meet you, John.
All right. God bless. I hope to see you in Chicago.
You will.
Great. Thank you.
All right.
Take care. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. It was my pleasure to be able to introduce the founder of John Amico Professional Hair Care Products, John Amico Sr. himself. How many opportunities do you get a chance to speak with any beauty manufacturer? You may be using some products at their station right now, but the question is, are the products that you're using right now at your station, is it creating you residual income in your business? Something to think about. Something to think about. We want you to have the best. And call me any questions or comments, 702-201-6992. And I see we have some beauty experts that are joined us this evening. Hello, Tony Gills out of Las Vegas, Nevada, and some other members there. So definitely, we will be in Las Vegas in May. May the 15th, we will be there doing an event at the Stratosphere. I'll be a keynote speaker, and you will hear more information about that coming in soon. But this will not be our last. Next Monday, join us 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and this will be part 2 of taking the beauty industry back and giving you more control financially and with healthier products. Until the next time, ladies and gentlemen, may God continue to bless your home, bless your family. May he keep it and have it so that no weapon formed against you shall prosper, and every tongue that speaks against you, it shall be condemned. May he keep you from hurt, harm, danger, and disease. My name is Tyra Pigler, your international beauty expert, helping licensed professionals to become and position themselves to make residual income that will equal to generational wealth. Take care, everybody. Good night.
Night.